fate turn. And your part in this story is not yet ended.
Caramel, what's up?
What you described. How could Torvasad change a memory of Hermaeus Mora? How could he alter what happened so long ago? Such a power should not exist. This sensation. Bafflement. I do not care for it.
Hermaeus Mora said we can save reality if we work together, Laramel.
Torvasad has allies as well. Master Shell Rennie, Vermina, and Periite. Blightcrown and the hidden kindred cultists. They seek to restore memories stolen from them by Hermaeus Mora. And from what you saw, Torvasad has started the restoration process.
Pakva seems pretty intent on keeping us from learning too much about all this.
Yes, most puzzling. Torvasad's next step must involve the rite Master Shell Rennie seeks to draw from Meln's Black Book. Return to Necrom and find Curate Gadain. See what Shell Rennie is up to. Meanwhile, I have other inquiries I wish to explore.
Alright, well, let's go back to Necrom, which we're currently in, and rendezvous back with Curate Gadain.
Remember, as long as Shell Rennie possesses the Black Book, she can complete her rite. If they fully unlock this forgotten secret, multiple realms are doomed. I shall meet you at the bookshop in Necrom after I complete my investigations.
Are you sure that Master Shell Rennie is the best lead right now?
Torvasad and Blightcrown could be anywhere, but Master Shell Rennie has roots in the Telvanni Peninsula. If anyone can help you navigate the complexities of the Dunmer Great Houses, it is Curate Gadain. Investigating Shell Rennie is our best option.
Isn't there some way to find Torvasad or the Blightcrown?
Perhaps. That is one of the possibilities I plan to explore. However, Torvasad demonstrated powers unheard of for a typical Dremora. He may have other abilities. I need to proceed with caution. And Blightcrown serves Periite, another obstacle.
What about the Hidden Kindred?
A cult composed of followers of Vermina and Periite, princes that usually work against each other, may be easier to uncover. I shall see what I can learn from my contacts among Hermaeus Mora's faithful. We will succeed, Proxy. We have to.
What about the corruption Blightcrown used on the Panopticon?
Blightcrown and Shell Rennie concocted the dream affliction with the help of Vermina and Periite. It allowed them to avoid detection by shifting into alternate layers of reality. It even affected Mora's guardians. And we know they plan to improve it.
For what purpose, though? I mean, they already got their stuff, right?
If they can perfect their formula, what better way to steal the most dangerous secret in Apocrypha than from under the gaze of the one who knows? But if we can stop Master Shell Rennie and they cannot find the secret they seek, it shall not matter.
Positive, at least. All right.
The mortal returns. I thought I recognized that wrinkle in the fabric of fate.
I hoped Laramil would be with you. We have news.
There's something about being a little bit too, trying a little bit too hard there, right? What's up?
The Corpse Keeper is eager to tell you what he discovered. Oblivion forbid that I ruin his surprise.
Ruin it.
You should speak with him.
Oh. What's up?
Scroot and I uncovered the most interesting news. The Assembly of Masters learned of Master Shell Rennie's recent activities and has called for a conclave. They plan to strip her of her rank and expel her from the house.
What's the difference between an assembly and a conclave?
It's complicated. The Assembly of Masters consists of just their mouths. The actual Masters rarely leave their towers, and never to meet with their rivals.
Uh-oh.
A conclave, however, is a different story. The Masters themselves are compelled to attend.
And they're going to attack the conclave. I get it. And how does this help us locate Master Rennie and recover the Black Book? Because she's probably going to attack it, isn't she?
Don't you see? When they convene the Master's Conclave, Shelreni must be on hand to contest the charges. So, we know where we can find her and when.
So where is the conclave going to take place?
At Tel Hulan, the Tower Hall in Old Isra. As a curate, I think I can get us into the Conclave by claiming official Necrom business. House Telvanni prefers to stay on our good side, so they rarely ask too many questions of the Keepers of the Dead.
All right. I'll meet you in sorry.
Curate or not, he'll never get into the Conclave bearing the mark of a Daedric prince. Not without my help.
Oh?
Oh, the heights I have fallen from. Forced to work alongside mortals and the spirits of mortals. As for the curate's plan, I can't see if this course of action will entangle the threads of fate or not. So, my professional advice is... sure, whatever.
Hooray! Sure, whatever.
Underestimate Shelreni at your own peril. And do not think to just walk into a Telvanni stronghold reeking of Hermaeus Mora. Either Shelreni's Daedric allies or the Conclave's own protections will spot you the moment you step across the threshold.
And you can help us avoid detection?
Of course. Wasn't I the greatest magister of my time?
Maybe.
If not for my desire for solitude, I would have been the Archmagister. Unfortunately, my spectral body isn't good for anything these days. You'll need to serve as my hands for this to work.
Alright, what do we need to do?
Return to Telrendis. Around my tower, you'll find the components necessary to assemble a passable cloak of omission. Look for dried hoaxwort, a lamia scale shawl, and an illusion tincture of my own creation. I'll tell you more when we get there.
Alright. What do you think of all this?
While you go to Telrendis to create Meln's enchantment, I'll head to Old Isra and make sure we're on the list to attend the Conclave. Find me inside Tel Hulan when you're ready to proceed. In the meantime, I'll try to learn more about Shelreni.
Alright. Ooh, could you imagine if we got a ghost companion out of this? Help us?
Oh, good. I didn't want to walk.
We can find the parts.
Now where did I bury those components? Curse and corporeal existence! I can see why most ancestors move on instead of haunting their descendants. My mortal memories are much harder to recall than I anticipated. I don't remember where to find those components. Not exactly.
So we came here for nothing?
Of course not. I buried the components we need in separate caches on the tower grounds. I just can't remember exactly where I put them. No matter. With your assistance, I'm sure we can find the right spots.
Alright. What do you need me to do?
Use my ghost sight. It will reveal the hiding places. Remember, Telrendis is my place of power, despite Shelreni's attempts to make it her own. Here, I can easily use my magic through you, as long as you're willing.
Alright, where should we look?
I placed sigils at the spots, but on a different layer of reality. Use my ghost sight, and you should be able to see them. The caches are buried beneath those locations. When you get close to a spot I recognize, I'll tell you to activate my sight.
gone through.
You should be able to see my sigils through my ghost sight. Look around. This looks familiar. Activate my ghost sight. Has it really been so long? Those components look terrible. But they'll have to do.
Way over here.
This must be the place. There, see my sigil? I always liked this layer of reality. Dig here.
Vision texture. Yay. No, no, no. Do not want to aggro.
I remember this old workbench.
Peaches.
We can prepare the Cloak of Omission here. Good work. Now place the shawl. Almost done. Now sprinkle the tincture. Excellent. Now take the Cloak of Omission.
Don this enchanted cloak to mask your presence from scrying and other forms of magic detection.
Go ahead and try it on. The cloak will mask your presence and hide your connection to the Prince of Fate. You look amazing. Barely a hint of a Daedric connection. I should explain the particulars, though.
Oh, what particulars?
Not a bad bit of work. You follow directions well. And the cloak looks perfectly dashing. Dashing, I say. Now let's head to Old Isra and meet up with Kirit Gadain. She should have gotten you access to the Conclave by now.
Wait, you said there's particulars?
Did I? I don't recall. But if you're asking about the Cloak of Omission, it could only shield you from so many scrying attempts. Eventually, someone will notice you. But the enchantment should last long enough for us to get our hands on Shelreni.
Anything else?
Now that you mention it, yes. Gadain can get you on the access list, but you must play your part. Dunmer laws are labyrinthine, Telvanni especially. You need to invoke the proper statute to avoid suspicion.
Proper statute?
Just say the following to the sentry at the door. I hereby invoke the 26th statute of the Necrom Agreement, and then demand entry to the Conclave. Can you remember that? Once we
26th
get
statute.
inside, we can meet up with Kirit Gadain.
Alright, go to Elden Stray.
What could Shelreni be thinking? She's obviously counting on the support of two Daedric princes. But does she really expect them to magically elevate her to the rank of Magister? Let's get to Tel Hulen in Old Isra and see if the cloak works.
Why is the statute you want me to invoke so important?
Because you're not a Telvanni. That particular statute relates to the agreement between House Telvanni and the Keepers of the Dead. If you present it with authority, the Sentry will probably grant you access.
What's inside? Why don't I just tell the Conclave what Master Sharni's up to?
And tell them what? If you even imply that any Telvanni would require the help of an outsider, you'd insult them at best or get arrested, if not immediately challenged to a duel of spells. Believe me, any of those would be counterproductive.
What could they arrest me for?
Do you honestly think my people need a legitimate reason? Well, How about impersonating a Necrom official? Or infiltrating a meeting of the Master's Conclave? Not to mention acting in the service of a Daedric prince? We can't risk it.
Alright, alright. Off we go.
Tel Hulen, the Tower of Halls, home to the Assembly of Masters.
Yeah, I've already been here a few
Remember
times.
to invoke the statute when you demand entry. And put on the cloak.
Alright. Use the cloak.
Know that, Drew? As Master Shalreni's mouth, you are prohibited from entering the Conclave.
But I must warn the Masters.
Don't worry. Your treacherous master will be dealt with soon enough.
You must warn the other Masters. I can no longer stand by and do nothing while Master Shalreni continues along this dark path. Her actions threaten the entire peninsula.
You Master Shareni's mouth. Why should we trust anything you could tell me?
You probably shouldn't. But that doesn't mean I'm lying. I admired Shalreni for her skill and power. Thought she would help me rise in the ranks. But her ambition and contempt for her fellow Telvanni will doom us all.
What do you mean?
Master Shalreni made a deal with not one, but two Daedric princes. She plans to use their help to eliminate all who oppose her so she can become Archmagister. The Masters won't listen to me. They don't understand the danger.
What danger are you talking about?
I'm not sure. Master Shalreni stopped confiding in me. But I know how she thinks. She has no respect for the Masters or this Conclave. When they move to reprimand her, she's going to show them just how powerful she's become. It will be a bloodbath.
Boy. And they're too stubborn to listen. Naval?
Entry to the Master's Conclave requires special dispensation, outsider. Speak to Sentry Valine if you seek admittance.
Hello?
The Master's Conclave is in session. All other business is on hold. Come back later.
Check the list. I hereby invoke the 26th statute to the Necrom Agreement to demand entry.
Necrom? Let me see. Ah, yes. You're listed as Curate Godane's attending clerk. Very good. You may go inside. I expect you'll find the curate in the Assembly antechamber, as the attending Magister declared the Conclave for Masters only.
I'll head inside. Perhaps there's gonna be an option to mess it up.
There's Curate Godane.
Really, I must...
I insist, Curate. You do realize I wield considerable influence as Master Norvora's mouth.
Of course, but...
I could do much for you and the Keepers. Now tell me, what do you think of my book?
That's Master Norvora's mouth. We need to extract Godane this instant.
Hello?
The Curate and I are busy, outsider. I am eager to hear what he thinks of my book, Ancestors of a Humble Mouth. It's a work in progress, but at least 2 booksellers have expressed interest. Come back later.
Master Norvor has something to find you. Requires your immediate assistance.
How strange. As no one but masters are allowed inside, Master Norvora explicitly told me to wait out here until after the Conclave concluded its business.
Alright, do whatever you think is right. Well, she was quite insistent that I locate you and tell you that, tell you got a spell book. A lie. Yeah. I don't think you understand. Leave us now. Yeah, we're gonna lie. Well, she was quite insistent that you locate and tell you to find her spell book, so.
Well, obviously Master Norvora needs her spellbook. No master should ever meet her peers without being totally prepared. I'll go and fetch it at once.
Thank you, my friend. Follow me. I know a place where we can talk privately.
Only Telvanni masters may proceed into the assembly hall. Until the Conclave concludes its business, you're welcome to wait out here.
Mouth?
Did you see Vabdru out there? Pathetic creature. No doubt hoping to save face in light of his master's transgressions. Even if he wasn't involved, he should have chosen a better master.
Master Morena seemed exhausted. Is she well?
The healers recommended she stay in bed, but she insisted we attend the Conclave. They call them so rarely, you know.
Understandable. As much as our masters despise public appearances, they hate the thought of others gathering without them more.
Too bad we're not allowed inside. I was hoping to see what punishment they devised for Master Shelreni. I can't imagine what they're discussing in there. We all knew Master Shelreni couldn't be trusted. Better to strip her of her rank and cast her out before she can do any real damage.
Oh, this is taking forever. Do you think they'll put out some real food soon? Canapes and wine will only keep me going for so long. We always have a full banquet when the Assembly of Masters meets. I assumed the Conclave would be more opulent.
Why? They don't trust each other, so they wouldn't eat any food here, right?
Have a drink and relax. I expect the masters to remain locked in discussion for some time. Have a drink.
All the masters are accounted for, and Magister Gothrin arrived from Sadrith Mora to personally oversee the Conclave. I expect they'll get started inside shortly.
This is an outrage.
Roman?
I deserve to be in there at my master's side, listening to the debate and watching them tear Shelreni Barrow apart. I'm much too important to be left out here with this rabble.
They're all probably gonna get killed in there, you know.
We can speak freely here. You arrived not a moment too soon, my friend. Before they decided to seal the hall, and I was trapped in that dreadful conversation with Mouth Elar, I found what we needed. Master Shelreni is here, and being held under guard until the Conclave begins.
Rennie's here. Saw our Mouth outside. He said the masters are in danger. Go get Shelreni then.
And now we come to the problem. Magister Gothrin arrived from Sadrith Mora to oversee the Master's Conclave. He immediately expelled all but the Telvanni Masters and placed a ward on the door. There's no way to get into the assembly hall.
Has to be some way.
Sadly, disabling a ward placed by a Magister is beyond my capabilities. If you have any ideas, please share them. Otherwise, I fear the Masters are on their own in there.
Eld's a Magister. Maybe he can get us help to get the ward off.
A Magister? To counter Magister magic, eh? Good idea. Let's go disable the ward.
A Magister? I'm a Magister! Really? Okay. So?
Do you really think Meln can assist us in circumventing the Magister's ward? So few of the ancestor spirits I deal with are particularly helpful.
Well... Yes?
A ward needs anchors. Use my ghost sight to spot them. See them? One on either side of a door? I'll lend you my power to disable them. Magister Gothrin is good, but I'm better. Let's enter the assembly hall.
You guys gonna say anything?
This is an outrage.
Nope. I guess you're gonna be stuck out here. Later, chumps. Hello, everyone.
This is a closed session. What is the meaning of this intrusion?
Now, Gothrin, Surely such restrictions don't apply to a Magister and his proxy.
Meln the Mouthless, a spirit. No matter. I will not tolerate your antics.
Nothing in our statutes precludes a dead Magister from participating in a conclave. Now, hear what my proxy has to say.
Very well. Step forward.
Well, this...
I have
again.
nothing to say to you, outsider. Not
Really?
only did you cost me the life of a valued servant, you set back my plans in the Assembly. I will not soon forget such insults.
Get wrecked.
Meln is dead. I knew it. Master Foves owes me 200 gold.
Russell?
First, Magister Gothrin arrives to take the reins of our conclave, and now the spirit of Magister Meln. I knew gathering the local masters all in one place was a bad idea.
Phyllis?
The Morag Tong's assistant. You certainly get around. While I appreciate what you did for the Assembly, for me, this is a matter for the Masters and the Magister. You really shouldn't be in here.
I don't want to be in here, but we have to do it anyways. Listen.
I recognize you from that incident with the ambitious lizard. And now you stand before me, representing one of my most annoying colleagues. Well, get on with it. What's so important that Magister Meln dares interrupt these closed proceedings?
Yeah, you're all in danger. Master Shalreni plans to limit all arrivals.
And Magister Meln thought us so ineffective that he had to swoop in and save the day?
Yep.
How presumptuous of him. Do you really think one rogue master is a match for this assembly?
No, it's not just Master Shalreni. He also has the support of 2 Danger Princes.
So I heard. Hence the reason I decided to leave my comfortable tower and come all this way to personally take charge of this conclave. The masters will hear the charges, question the subject, and render swift judgment.
Well, she's gonna kill you. Just as she killed Meln the Mouthless.
Is that why you're here? To add another charge to Shalreni's list of crimes? Then so noted. Perhaps that's why she turned herself over without any fuss or bother, so that she can plead for mercy. Perhaps I'll be lenient. Perhaps not.
No, this is one big trap. You're making a mistake. Master Meln says you can't underestimate Master Shalreni.
Enough of this nonsense. I listened to the concerns of your Magister and heard his allegation. Now we are finished. Meln may stay if he wishes. That is his right. But you and the curate should go and leave us to our work.
Over here.
Great.
I forgot how boring my so-called peers can be. Pity Shalreni didn't eliminate a few more of my rivals before we noticed. But your master, Meln, I have fond memories of his many antics. That's why I wanted a word with you.
What do you want to talk? What do you want to talk to me about?
Your master has delayed these proceedings long enough. Master Shalreni reached above her station and must be dealt with. Anything that postpones that and increases the time I must spend in the company of my so-called peers will not be tolerated.
Yeah, Master Shalreni murdered Master Meln. He's right in the. He has a right to confront her.
Murder, you say? That is serious. I suppose anything can be expected from a master who makes pacts with Daedra. We really need to strip her of her rank and exile her. Well, if you must see her, she's being held in a meeting room down the East Hall.
Well, this...
I don't understand this necessity for debate. If it were up to me, we'd get right to the vote. Nothing anyone has to say will change my mind about Shalreni. Now then, is Magister Meln really dead?
Yep. Magister Meln was murdered by Master Shalreni. He needs to see her right away.
Meln may have confused Magister Gothrin, but there's no provision for a dead Telvanni participating in a conclave. It's just not done.
Look, if we don't find Shalreni, there's no telling how many. Or what may happen to you and the other masters.
Is that a threat? Master Morena led Shalreni through the East Door for making similar pronouncements only a few moments ago. If that can happen to a master, imagine what's in store for a lowly mouth like you.
Uh-huh. Melon.
What are you waiting for? Do what all good mouths do and converse with the masters in my stead. Masters Norvora or foes like to talk. Get one of them to tell you where they stash Shelreni.
If you're intent on flouting Magister Gothbrin's authority, then I suggest you speak to Masters Foves and Norvora. Neither of them could keep a confidence if their lives depended upon it. But if anyone asks, you heard nothing from me.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't suggest disobeying the order of Magister Gothrin. I've seen him turn a retainer into a mud crab for a lesser infraction.
Go on and take
Derek.
a look. I'll stand watch out here, in case Magister Gothrin sends someone to expel us. There's a meeting room just to the right. This must be where they're holding her.
There's no guards back here? Nothing?
Shelreni's gone, but what's that tipped over bottle over there? That's pure essence of dream. Let me cast a spell to see what happened here.
What was that? Just a little gift from the Prince of Dreams. Soon, you will do exactly as I say.
You won't get away with this.
I already have. And with your help, I'll get away with so much more. Now let's go attend the Conclave. My ascension requires participants, willing or otherwise.
We must get to the Conclave. It's held in the Master's private hall to the north.
Isn't that just where we were?
Something's going on to the north. I think the Conclave is starting. It sounds like the Conclave has started. Did you find Master Shelreni?
Master Shelreni did something to Master Myrna. Oh, we think she's headed to the Conclave now.
That can't be good.
Nope.
We better hurry to the Master's private hall. It's through the north corridor.
Doo-doo-doo.
Master Shelreni, you stand accused of conspiring against your fellow Telvanni, murdering Meln the Mouthless, and consorting with Daedric princes. How do you plead?
A Telvanni doesn't plead. But I will kill you all before I take my sacrifice and depart.
Help me, Magister.
Shelreni, cease your actions this instant.
Use my ghost sight to disable the wards and get down there.
Nope. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
You again? If
Hey.
these fools can't stop me, what hope do you have?
Come on, get up! I'm not ready to die a second time.
You're finally awake. Thank the ancestors. I thought Shelreni killed you.
We should talk, Mouth of Meln.
Do we? Should we?
I was still in the access corridor when Master Shelreni unleashed her attack. By the time I reached you, you were unconscious, and Shelreni was gone. I think Magister Gothrin can explain all this better. He wants to talk to you.
The Mouth of the Mouthless. I suppose you want me to say that you and Meln were right. That I should have taken Shelreni's threat more seriously.
Yep.
Well, let's pretend I said that and move on to what needs to happen next.
Well, I remember rushing towards Shelreni when suddenly everything went black.
Yes, quite a display. She used the Conclave to formally announce her intentions. Her spell would have killed everyone, and positioned her to challenge the Archmagister for rulership of the house. Luckily, I was on hand to save the local masters.
What'd you do?
Shelreni may be a powerful master, but I am a magister of the Telvanni Council. It was a simple matter to deflect her attack while the Conclave dispersed. Then, I stabilized the portal she fled through, assuming you would want to follow her.
Why do you assume that I would want to follow Master Shelreni?
Really now, who do you think Meln consulted when he first invented his Cloak of Omission? I see the mark of Mora upon you. House Telvanni wants no part in the machinations of Daedric princes. Just make sure to kill Shelreni when you find her.
What about Master Morena?
Master Morena revealed her inadequacies when she allowed herself to be captured. The other masters survived. In both cases, House Telvanni won. If you plan to chase Shelreni, I suggest you leave now. I'm not going to hold that portal open forever.
So you don't care what happens to Master Morena?
In all honesty, no. In case you haven't noticed, we of House Telvanni are a superior lot. Sentiment and mercy rarely factor into our actions. Now, step lively. That portal will close as soon as my attention wavers. Ooh, and I feel a yawn coming on.
Oh, passive aggressive.
I'm with you, friend. We have to stop Shelreni, with or without the help of House Telvanni.
Alright, let's get going. Oh, Vermina's Shrine. Oh, this is?
Look, see those markings? They indicate that this ancient ruin was dedicated to Vermina, the Daedric Prince of Dreams and Nightmares. We should proceed with caution.
Mm-hmm.
This ancient ruin. Those markings. This place is dedicated to Vermina.
This place. I think we visited the memory of it in the Eye of Mora.
Yep, we did.
This chamber appears promising. We should look around.
Master Shelreni's note. Torvused. The Dromora Torvused came to me with an intriguing proposition more than 2 years ago now. He promised me to fulfill a lifelong ambition to become Archmagister and rule over House Telvanni. All I had to do was pledge my service to Vermina, the Daedric Prince of Potence, and all my dreams would come to pass. He explained that that it was something that had been taken from the world long ago, that it was his destiny to restore what was stolen, what he was lost. He said that the restoration began with a dream, hence his alignment with Vermina. For in the dream, he called the shrine to the Dreamweaver, a shrine that was imperative to help. It was imperative I help them repair. After much research and investigation, we've come to an ancient site. Now, all we need to do is find the shrine Torvused saw as dreams. Master Shelreni's notes. The restoration. After long months of preparation, we're finally ready to begin the work and fully restore the ancient statue of Vermina. While I still don't understand the significance of the effigy, I've devoted myself to determining exactly how to rebuild the statue and restore it to its former glory. Torvused works by my side, learning all he can. When I ask why, he refuses to answer. He just says that restoring the statue is key to restoring what was lost. And now, I have an army of Vermina followers, bolstered by those devoted by Periite. Blackcrown's disgusting men. Blackcrown's disgust me, but I cannot fault his brilliance and strength of his charges. The supply of malachite from the Alvarez quarries have finally arrived, and we can begin soon. Vermina shall reward me with the power I need to become Archmagister of House Telvanni.
Anything relevant in those papers? Was there anything in those papers about Master Shelreni or where we might find her?
you just talk about Master Shireni's arrangement with Torvasad?
She writes about how Torvasad came to her, indoctrinated her into Vermina's service, how he was consumed with restoring something that was either stolen or lost, and how he insisted they find this ancient shrine. Interesting.
And here she writes about the works that they did to restore Vermina's statue.
So they sent the malachite mined from the Alavelis quarry here. And she discusses how the hidden kindred were formed to provide the workers needed to accomplish the restoration. Somehow, rebuilding a Vermina statue is the key to Torvasad's goal.
In the Panopticon, Torvasad altered Mora's memory by restoring Vermina's statue.
This must be where that original memory took place. Where Vermina and Periite think Hermaeus Mora wronged them and stole whatever it is they now seek. Let's keep going. That restored statue and Master Shelreni must be somewhere in this old ruin.
Wait, what? I talked to him.
Need me to do anything?
Yeah, we talked to Garden.
Was there anything in those... So they sent... This must be where that original memory took...
Okay. I guess we're just gonna keep on going and see if that makes it go away.
Laramil's amulet can protect us both.
I'm good.
We
Go
must
inside.
find Shelreni and stop her from completing this rite.
Shelreni and Master Morena, we need to free her.
In my black book! Looks like Shelreni got past my safeguards.
Open a path to Apocrypha. All we need now is for Shelreni to finish the rite and perform the sacrifice.
Shelreni is using the restored statue as a focus for her rite.
You will not interfere.
An aspect of Vermina? That's not good.
Away, agents of fate! This vessel will help me restore what was taken from us all! No! Now, my disciple. Complete the sacrifice so I may inhabit the vessel.
Step into the focus tree. My ghost sight can defeat this enemy.
Now, friend, free Morena from the binding.
Daedric magic is
to be that one.
unstable. Save yourselves!
No! Not when we're so close!
Close my black book and take it. That should end the rite.
But Emergency Black Books. This is one of the entitled Tormenting Eye. It was Mel's Mouth's possession until Master Sharney stole it.
Taking the Black Book won't stop us, and one of you will serve just as well as a sacrifice.
No need to involve outsiders, Shelreni. Prince Vermina accepts your sacrifice and deems you a worthy vassal.
I regret the bloodshed, but soon Mor's injustice will be undone.
With this vessel, I can enter Apocrypha and strike at Mora's heart. With me, my faithful!
We have to warn Apocrypha. Let's return to the Necrom bindery and find Laramil.
Oh, damn.
Hold still, and I'll open a portal back to Necrom.
This is bad. Blightcrown killed Master Shelreni, and Vermina took possession of her body. And she walked into Apocrypha. We should return to the Necrom bindery. We must tell Laramil what happened here. She'll know what we need to do.
Neither Scroot nor I can feel Hermaeus Mora's presence. We both find this unsettling.
What? True.
What did you do, mortal? The screams of Apocrypha are like needles in my eyes.
Laramil needs to know what happened at the Conclave in the Vermina Shrine. You tell her, friend. I'm too nervous to speak coherently.
Good. You are here. Both Scroot and I felt a sudden disturbance in the tides of fate. Something terrible has happened in Apocrypha, and Scroot and I no longer feel the presence of the one who knows.
Shareni performed the rite. Lightcron sacrificed her, and Vermina took possession of her body.
Another significant event in the annals of fate, and I missed it. But Master Shelreni is dead, and Vermina did what? Start from the beginning, Proxy. What happened at the Master's Conclave?
We warned the Masters, which helped save them when Master Shareni tried to kill them all.
So that was Shelreni's plan. Use whatever power the princess provided to eliminate her rivals and move up in rank. I am glad she failed. But what happened after that?
Well, we followed her to a shrine where we saw the memory. Then we saved the master she planned to sacrifice.
And Blightcrown decided to complete the rite anyway by sacrificing Shelreni instead. Ruthless, but in keeping with a follower of Peryite. And you say this allowed Vermina to possess Shelreni's corpse. What happened next, Proxy?
Recovered the Black Book, but the possessed Shelreni and the others open a portal Apocrypha.
They cannot. Not usually. Hence all the trouble that Torvasad and his allies went through to reach this point. At least you saved the Telvanni Masters and recovered Meln's Black Book. Well done. While I ponder next steps, take this. You earned it.
Necrom's clergy often serve as diplomats, contending with the machinations of Telvanni. Ends the Conclave of Fates.